Hey everyone, how's it going? This is a new recording session. So I've been playing on my own for a little bit, so I've got a little bit of practice, and I'm ready to go. Alright, next up is... I think I gotta go here, because... I'm gonna turn on my computer sound. Oh, I don't have the cape. So I gotta... Oh, okay. Yes. Okay. Hopefully that didn't do anything. Alright, there's just something downloading. Alright. So you get the cape in here. Alright. Alright, I'm a little bit out of... I can't say alright. I'm really out of practice, because I did do practicing off screen, but it wasn't recently. So... Damn it. It's really laggy. Alright. Let's go. Okay. So, I actually want to talk about something today. Lately, I've been doing these videos instead of my Instagram posts. So, this is like the new Instagram, I guess you could say, for me. Superman XU4 as an Instagram is just gonna be for my art and like memes or something like that. Basically what I'm doing right now. So, that's why there hasn't been any Instagram posts for anyone that's was interested in my content when I was on Instagram. And as far as Instagram goes, like I said, it's just gonna be kind of other things. Besides gaming, on this channel I will be posting my animations. And I have two things that I'm going to be doing with those. I'm going to be doing two main series, Plan B and Talking with Terrorists. Plan B is basically... Well, I'll talk about Talking with Terrorists first, because it kind of segues into Plan B. Talking with Terrorists is going to be a show about... I don't know how to put this. It's going to be kind of like a sitcom kind of thing. Like Seinfeld's an example of that. There's Phineas and Ferb, which is... That's the only thing I can think of right now. Even though it's not necessarily a sitcom type format, it's the basic... The characters do one specific thing for the episode, and they kind of like have like a quest or whatever, or like go do something, or there's just like one thing that's happening, and then there can be multiple storylines going on that will intertwine at the end, and there's going to be a few episodes that have that kind of format. Once again, like Seinfeld and Phineas and Ferb and other shows that do that, or like Venture Brothers, just anything where it's just like they do one specific thing in an episode. And who they are, the characters, is there's TI, which is like T1, which stands for Terrorist 1, T2, which is the second terrorist, and then CG, which is Camera Guy. But the reason why they're referred to as like that kind of thing is because they don't have real names, because they're like terrorists, and also it's like a TV show that they're making. And I'll talk more about that. About how, like, since that they're not like, it's not, there's like half of an episode will be shot in the perspective of third person. Which is, like, by that I mean, when you'll be watching them. It's not going to be like a first-person view. And then the other half will be in a first-person view of the camera guy's camera. Because it's like they are recording a video, and it's got like the rec in the top right, and like the right angles on each edge of the camera. So the camera guy is like half the time, and then the other half the time it's in like third person. Actually, I'd say it's more like 70% of the time in third person. And their show is called Talking with Terrorists in the cartoon. And T1 or TI, here's a little bit of foreshadowing, I guess. Not foreshadowing. Like I'll just be talking about like the characters when they're like. I'm not really good at depicting characters through actions, so that's something I'm gonna be working on. But Ti is the character with the hood, not the ski mask, and he is very passionate, and he's a very kind-hearted man at deep down, but he doesn't show it because he wants to come off as a tough guy, kind of like Rick from Rick and Morty. He loves terrorism, and that's like his passion. Yet he still hides it behind like this attitude, like, oh, I don't really care, you know. Like he'll have a moment where he's really enjoying himself, and then someone will look over at him and they'll be like, whoa, that's kind of weird. He never like is really happy about this kind of stuff. And then he'll be like, oh, and then like kind of turn a little bit of grim, like kind of turn his frown or his happy face into like a kind of like annoyed growl, like, what are you looking at? And he just, at deep down, he loves what he does, and he's happy that he does it, but he doesn't want to show it because whatever reason. And then maybe like I'll have an episode where it like shows like a flashback to like, I don't know, T2, which is my character that I'll be voicing. I'll also be voicing Camera Guy. T2 is basically it's just a serial killer. He has kind of a Kenny voice. It's always muffled because he has a ski mask on without a mouth cut out. So his voice is like that. And he basically, for those of you that watch Ninja Sex Party, Ninja Brian, he's a lot like that. Except for instead of being silent, he's muffled. And then he's also similar in the fact that he has just the serial killer craziness kind of kind of character. He is very spontaneous and very impulsive. And because of his impulsivity, that can get them into trouble sometimes. Like, for example, they might be trying to sneak around, and then he'll see a guy, and instead of being quiet and not drawing any attention, he'll shoot the guy really, like, with a loud gun that doesn't have a silencer on. And then that'll put the mission at stake. So that'll be like a conflict amongst them, is his impulsivity. Camera Guy is basically just he doesn't have a lot of characteristics shown to him because like half or like 30% of the time you won't even be really seeing his face because he'll be behind a camera. But when you do see him, he's the smart one. He's not like, he doesn't mess around when it comes down to getting a job done. If there's going to be someone actually having to do something very, very important to the mission that requires technology, he's almost definitely going to be the guy. Like if they need to shut down the security cameras, then he's going to be on the job. Most of the time he'll be making the plans too. But he's kind of just along for the ride. Also, he finds all the stuff that the terrorists do kind of entertaining. So he if they're doing something that they don't really need him for, he'll just kind of be sitting on the sidelines watching and laughing. There's also going to be the enemy, which is Lieutenant America, and the joke is that he's Captain America after being downgraded, and he'll be the leader of something called the FOCTAL, which is FOCTAL, Federation of Counterterrorism and Liberation. That team is basically they're basically just the bane of the terrorists. They are good at what they do, and they do it all the time. If they're trying to do something bad, they'll be right behind them, like ready to arrest them or like shoot them. But since that they're not necessarily with the government, um, they don't actually arrest them. They usually just always kill them. But it's kind of like the thing with SpongeBob or other cartoons where it's like, if something happens in one episode, it's not relative. But it will be also like how Rick and Morty is about that, where if there's an episode where something significant happens, like where they stop time to prevent the parents from coming home, there will still be the grass patches around the house in the driveway. It'll be like that. I'll keep certain things that are funny, but if like a character dies, I'm not gonna keep that. But I actually am planning on doing one episode where T2 gets killed at the end, and then the next episode he just won't be alive anymore, and it'll like confuse the hell out of Ti, but he'll come back at the end. It'll be like a new replacement T2 too. T2. Alright, I gotta end this episode soon. So Lieutenant America his voice is like, huzzah, it is I, time to save the day. And it's also kind of, there's another one of the jokes that's going to be happening is, Lieutenant America he has super strength, like Captain America. Like, he's basically just Captain America, but like with a different symbol and stuff, like on his armor. He has super strength, he has all this awesome stuff. So when he fights the terrorists, they get the crap beaten out of them, unless it's like T2, because T2 is an amazing, crazy, awesome fighter that like is practically immortal. So he's hard to mess with. So like if they get in a fight, they're screwed. So it's not like Batman and Joker were the protagonist of the story can just beat the crap out of the antagonist. It's like the protagonist is scared of the antagonist. So I'm gonna call this an episode. I think it's been pretty long. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.